Yeah, I think, coming from the business side, when you're actually trying to talk to executives or stakeholders, first of all, there are, usually what I see is that there are individuals within an organization who are champions of zero trust. They want to go around and get some kind of sponsor who will allow them to at least test it out in some small portfolio or some part of the business or the bank. However, what happens invariably, which is why it takes a little bit longer, is there's always, besides the stakeholder management part of it, there's always this question as to who owns this project. Who owns zero trust? Is it the CIO or CIO's office? Is this the CISO's office? Is this the CTO or the risk or somebody else, the chief data officer? So it's so difficult to actually pinpoint who is the owner within these large organizations, and there's no right way to do it. Like I said, it is in many cases a cross-functional project, so it can be owned by multiple functions. But this is the first major challenge that these champions would face when they're trying to actually pitch the concept or the principles, the guiding principles of zero trust to the sponsors. The other part, large organizations, is stakeholder management. Again, it's like a a cross-functional project, but also the business needs to be involved. It's also a change management project. So the people need to be involved, your employees need to be involved. And one of the things that has happened, not so much here in the US, but like in other parts of the world, like Asia, when you use the term zero trust, a lot culturally, people take offense to it as though you are not trusting your employees. So there is this other mindset shift that needs to happen, that it's not about not trusting your employees, it's just making it a more resilient environment. And the other part is like there aren't enough zero trust pioneers. Of course, we have Google, but if they had resources, they did this from the ground up in-house. Right now, it's not really a viable example for many of the institutions out there. And of course, there's no end state. So it's sometimes difficult to justify, like, where does this end? Where does the budget start and stop? And of course, difficult to manage the return of, to measure the return of investment. So all of those things, and legacy technology, obviously, but all of these things are the challenges that can, I've been speaking to one of the larger financial institutions in Europe, and they've been stuck on this for like 2 years because they can't get over these basic hurdles. And it has nothing to do with selecting the vendor or the architecture or any of those things. So that's one of the big challenges. Those are some of the big challenges I've seen.